Evening, Jayhawks. My name is Ibriana Dixon, and I will be your moderator for today's debate. The topic of tonight is the most controversial discussion for pop culture today: Kendrick versus Drake. Okay? The way this will work, each candidate will have 2.5 minutes each of their statements on their claim. And then we will ask one question at the end of it. Let's introduce our candidates.
Hello, my name is Kelsey Abunga. I am Team K Dot.
My name is Jacob Johnson. I'm Team Drake, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm just here to piss everybody off.
Okay, so I guess I'll get started with the first debate. So, Kendrick Lamar, right? First, we got lyrical depth. Kendrick has a different type of structure to his songs that's just so intricate. He creates lyrics in a way that actually tells a story. For example, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Mr. Morale, without a doubt, one of the best structured and illustrated albums ever to come out in pop culture. So, whether you are a K-Dot stan, a Drake stan, a Lana Del Rey stan, you cannot deny that he has one of the best structures to his lyricality, to his songs, and he actually has a personality. He sticks and stays true with the way that he is since 2011. He's been the exact same person. He doesn't have to pick a personality. Like, how are you a Canadian soft boy for one decade and then you're a certified gangster the next? Anyways, on to my next point, success. While Drake has won more awards in overall mainstream genres, Kendrick has earned more prestigious awards, Jacob, such as the Pulitzer Prize, recognizing his cultural significance to music, his 17 Grammy Awards, Drake has 5, and his 29 BET Awards, which further supports the debate of how his music has impacted the black culture for decades in a way better way than Drake has. Also, my final point. When you think of the phrase certified lover boy, what do you think of? It ain't the album. Anyways.
She low-key eating you up. You don't have to
Go ahead.
Get your lick back, please.
Go ahead.
All right, listen. Here are my points about Drake. First of all, I'm gonna throw some shade at Kendrick. First of all, with this whole debate in the first place, right? Tell me, when's the last time you heard a Kendrick song before this debate? I'm just saying. Now listen, here's some reasons why Drake is way better. First of all, his mass appeal and his versatility. Drake, he's a rapper, he's an R&B artist, and then I don't know if you heard, what was it? Honestly, Nevermind. He can dabble in some house music as well. Drake is so versatile, he can go through so many lanes. For example, we got songs like Hotline Bling from Views, and then we also got a song, listen, and then we also got a song like Broke Boys from Her Loss, and then No Face, who is a single he recently just came out with. Second of all, let's just talk about Drake's melodies. If I'm hearing a Drake song versus a Kendrick song just sounds way better. Listen, picture this. It's like, what time is it?
It sounds way better
It's
if
6
you're a
o'clock.
YN.
Listen. It's 6 o'clock. The sun's going down. Am I listening to Humble from Kendrick, or am I listening to
No, you're listening to Backseat Freestyle. You're listening to Backseat Freestyle when it's 5 p.m. and the sun's going down.
Or am I listening to
make me
Virginia
mad.
Beach from For All the Dogs? I'm just saying.
I wouldn't
Now,
say
listen.
that song, but I would say a Drake song.
Yeah. There's a bunch of Drake songs.
No offense.
Now listen.
Okay.
Commercial success. Listen. At the end of the day, who's number one right now? It's Drake. It's still Drake. It's always gonna be Drake. Now.
It's actually Sabrina Carpenter, but fact check that one.
Espresso.
I'm working late.
That's all I had.
All right, now we're heading into our questions. For Team Drizzy, out of both of the artists, who do you believe has the most culture influence? Like, who is better role model for the black youth?
Me personally, I think Drake. And here's why I say this. Drake, listen, I'm taking this back as like a young kid. I was in like middle school, right? And I seen the video, God's Plan, right? I want you to, everybody who's watching right now, go back and look at that music video. Look at how much money he spent on his community, on the poor community, on the black community. How much influence and resources he provided for them. Listen, at the end of the day, Drake just overall, I think Drake's just a better human being. He's a better human being. And in fact, listen, I think Baby Shark is more influential than Kendrick Lamar.
Wow. Question 14, K. Dot. Why do you think Not Like Us is a better than Family Matters?
Well, since Jacob wanted to ask our audience a question, I'm going to follow up by asking our audience another question. What is one lyric that you can think of, one singular lyric in Family Matters? You can't think of it, exactly, because it's so immemorable. Nobody remembers that song. Nobody remembers that song except for what? Him talking about how he has 20 ghostwriters. Oh, wait, no, that was Kendrick. And it was true, fact checked. Anyways, meanwhile, Not Like Us, #1 on the charts for months. Also, Certified Lover Boy. Bah, 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 bah. Anyways, all I'm saying, to conclude my point of the debate, I just want to say that Kendrick Lamar has done so much, has been a substantial influence for the Black community for decades, since 2010? And all I can say is he has stayed true to his style, and they're not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Kendrick's only good song is All the Stars, and that's only because SZA's on it.
Can you think of one lyric of Family Matters? One lyric, one phrase, one sentence, even.
Listen, first of all, a couple weeks ago, I had a concussion,
listen, first of
so
all,
I
you
got
can't
memory
think of
loss.
one. You can't think of one, that's the thing. Which leads me to my next point.
Drake
Everyone.
made Family Matters? Drake made Family Matters? Well, y'all know who won, but we're not going to talk about it. But thank you for tuning in with us. Thank you.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Welcome to TV Muses. My name is Ray,
My name is Wambui.
and this is a show where we're going to be talking about all things film related, such as offering opinions, giving insight and recommendations, while also giving reviews on certain topics. Today, we are going to be focusing on things such as spooky movies. My first recommendation has to be Twitches. It's an iconic Disney movie that focuses heavily on the love between two sisters, even though they just met not too long ago. They met on their 21st birthday, actually.
All right, my first recommendation, I am an animation movie buff, so I would have to start with Coraline and the newer movie by Henry Selick, Wendell and Wild. Both movies are pretty, they're stylistic, and they utilize very cool stop motion animation. Also, they're made by Henry Selick, who a lot of his works we attribute to Tim Burton, but Tim Burton could never, and he would never. So I personally love Coraline because it's an interesting insight into parent-child relationships, and also I enjoy the black and white with the purple, all those creepy vibes. And then Wendell and Wild is a fun time, and you get to see Black people in horror aesthetics like never before. Also, it's a nice critique on the private prison system.
You know, I actually haven't seen Wendell and Wild before.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know what that was.
It's
until
on
you literally
Netflix.
told me just now.
We'll get you to it.
For sure. My second movie recommendation has to be, Scary Movie. It's by Martin and Shawn Wayans, which is already iconic in the Black community for their movies like, what's the name? Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Orange Juice or something like that. But Scary Movie is a funny and entertaining comedy that focuses on other movies such as The Sixth Sense, The Matrix, and Scream. It's just like a plot twist on popular movies and just giving it in a new insight.
Right. And finally, my final recommendation, my favorite movie series ever is Knives Out. So sticking with that theme of Eat the Rich, I love the movie Ready or Not. It's basically about this girl who marries into a rich family and then they decide to hunt her for sport. So she watches them all explode because they sold their souls to the devil to become rich. But don't all rich people, you know?
They sell their souls to the devil?
Practically. And now, finally, a quick question for Ray. what's your favorite movie monster and why?
It has to be vampires. Since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be a vampire, just because I watched Dracula as a kid. I love Dracula. They're just powerful supernatural beings who just have they always stick to their morals, unlike the werewolves conversation, but we're not going to go into that today.
Oh.
They're just great. This isn't even about like what Twilight. It's just they're just good inside and out. And how the media portrays their abilities is something that makes them even more iconic, in my personal opinion.
I think I do enjoy vampires too. Just like watching them in media, I think there are very fun interpretations of vampires. My personal favorite is when they represent like the bourgeoisie and then you get to watch vampire slayers kill them. That's always fun. And then also, I never imagined becoming a vampire because I know you just threw shade on werewolves, but I was a werewolf girl when I was a kid. I watched a lot of Teen Wolf. I was never Team Jacob though. Do not put that on my name. But I did really enjoy Teen Wolf and werewolf media. Anyway, I think that's all the time we have for today. So take a look at our recommendations and let us know what you think. See you next time.
Bye.
Hey guys, it's Renetta. If you're new here, welcome back. Or well, welcome back and welcome if you're new. I'm Renetta. I'm a senior this year and I'm studying exercise science on a pre-physical therapy track with a minor in human sexuality. I'm here with a friend today and we're in a new location.
Hey guys, I'm Mohammed, aka Mo Money, freshman here at KU studying business with a minor in sports management.
So today we are reviewing One of One by Gunna.
Yes.
As we can see, I am not a real Gunna fan, and that's why we listened to the album. So it's 20 songs, 57 minutes, and it came out in May of this year.
May of this year.
I personally liked One of One, $, Clear My Rain, Time Reveals, Be Careful, What You Wish For, College, Neck on a Yacht. Collage.
Yo.
Not a real fan. Neck on a Yacht. What's Up? Part of them.
Yep.
Okay.
Proud of them.
On One Tonight and Back in the A. I personally liked the clean and noticeable switch up on the album after the song Back in the A. It turned into a more chill vibe. Loved it. It was great. Not my favorite album by him, but we'll get into that later. Let's see what Mo likes.
Okay, so for me, I went to the concert the day the album dropped. So my favorites are Let It Breathe, Neck on a Yacht, and On One Tonight. Hands down the best songs of the album. I mean, being a Gunna fan, like, you appreciate every song regardless. So I appreciate the whole album for sure, but like those are my top 3 favorites, and One of One is definitely like up there, but like it got overplayed so much this summer.
It did.
Cause that was a song that was the intro to the whole concert. Well, yeah, like the intro to the new album. So I was like, whoa, what is this? And then literally like 2 weeks later, it's played everywhere. But no, it did remind me, brought me back to old Gunna, like 2019, 2020, the One album. Just like the whole flow, like Gunna really flows on all of his songs. And this brought it back to that time period, so I appreciate that.
I love that. I personally, I give this album a 6 out of 10. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. That is not bad. Because the album's not bad. It's not great. It's not what I wanted to hear. But it's also not my style, and I'm also not a Gunna fan. But I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad album. It just wasn't for me. But he ate. Did he make it in jail? I'm confused. But shout out to him. Is he in jail still?
No, he's out. He's been out for like
Okay.
2 summers now. Oh.
So he got out because he snitched.
He did not snitch though.
Oh, okay.
He did not snitch. I say he didn't snitch.
Okay.
The haters gonna say he snitched, but no, I gave that album 8.9 out of 10.
8.9.
I'll give it a 9.
A 9?
I'll give it a 9. It was just
A
so
9's
tough.
insane. Good. Okay.
Cause like Gunna's, like I said, my favorite artist, and me finally going to like his concerts, like the day that album dropped, just meant so much. So it was a 9 out of 10. The experience was amazing. Literally, like I seen damn near everyone there. Like you're in the mosh pit. Oh, Timmy, I see you. Shout out Timmy. Shout out Gutu. All the guys were there. It was a great time. Like, Minnesota had a great time this summer. Album-wise. Not album-wise, but concert-wise, I meant to say.
Concert-wise. That's
So,
fine.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
That's high. I feel like that's the highest rating album we've had that we've had.
You think?
For me, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So good for you. I love that for you. Because I'm not a fan and I don't have much to say about this album, I do have a few music recommendations. Right now, I'm feeling Feel Good Inc. by Gorillaz. Yeah, it's basic from Gorillaz, period, but it's iconic. I don't know, it just hypes you up. It puts you in a great mood. I love it. And In the Morning by J. Cole. I've been listening to it. It's a good one.
That's a great one.
I've been listening to it for the last 2 months. Really good. And I guess I'll say Creep by Radiohead. I love the guitar. It's been stuck in my head for all this week, really. Actually, for the last 2 weeks. I went on a trip last weekend and I played it almost damn near the whole 2-hour drive. It's kind of sickening. It's so bad.
2 hours?
2 hours.
Where'd you go?
I guess an hour and 30 minutes. Where'd I go? I went to K-State for a seafood boil. I don't want to talk about it, but it was so good. What are your music recommendations?
Song recommendations? Why Do 'Em Like That, West Side Gun. That's such a slept on artist. Very slept on. I wouldn't say he's like underground, but he did something new, like very new. So that, Safe 2 by V's. All my V's fans, you know this is the time of year where this song is gonna be played out everywhere. It just gives you that intro to fall, really.
I'm gonna have to listen.
And Miss Independent, Skepta, if you don't know, it's a British UK artist. Great song. Just appreciate it so much. So those are my top 3 song recommendations. I got more on the way, but I can't spill everything now. Cannot spill everything.
If you have an album you want us to review, leave it down in the comments.
Let's do it.
Don't forget to vote. We're all should be almost there to be able to vote this year. Get out there and vote. Your voice matters because they wouldn't be trying to suppress it. And see you next time. Bye.
See ya.
Theme song.
That's hot.
Hi guys.
Welcome back to a show that we like to call
That's Hot.
I'm Rosie.
And I'm Leah.
And today we are going to be discussing things that are happening within this world, and we're going to determine whether it's hot or whether it's not.
Now girl, we got a good one today.
What we got?
This might be the hottest news we have ever had.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay, talk to me.
Let's talk about what's been going on in the music industry.
Ain't something always going on in the music industry?
Girl, this is big. This is big.
Okay, who is it? Who we got?
We're gonna talk about Mr. Jay-Z,
Oh.
Miss Beyonce,
Oh.
and of course, y'all know his name.
The Diddler.
But before, I feel like when it comes to Jay-Z and Mr. Diddy Combs, like, we already know about their news. They all over the news, getting arrested.
I still don't see what Beyonce sees in that man, but continue.
But before we move on with this program, we would like to give a special thanks. Thank you, Beyonce, for providing a music industry that is cultivating for the Black community. You have inspired us all to encourage ourselves to lift above and beyond and to make it to places that we have never been. This is in no way disregarding the talents that you have done, but in order for our community to stay safe, we will make sure that we cover you in the best and highest regards possible. Alrighty, but we can talk stuff now, right?
Let's talk.
Now, we got to talk about Beyonce because she is our entertainer. So now we got to think about the way that Beyonce has gone throughout the years because there's been a lot of conspiracies and a lot of things are starting to come to light now.
Not my queen bee.
Yeah, your queen bee. So a few things that I do want to make light of is that we as a society have started to notice that other celebrities have been giving acknowledgement to Beyonce. And like, there's nothing wrong with giving an acknowledgement to a celebrity or somebody that you idolize.
But it's getting a little bit weird.
It's getting a little excessive, guys. This is your big moment. This is your time to shine. And it seems like every celeb after another is just thanking Beyonce. And why is that?
And worshiping the ground she walks on.
Right.
I mean, some are doing a little too much. I mean, let's take a look at Kelsey. How do you say her last name?
Ballerini.
Ballerini. And she is a country artist, isn't she?
I think so.
So if we take a look at her at an award show, we would see her giving recognition to Beyonce, who just debuted with her country album, Cowboy Carter. And yes, it was a really good album, but it's never been acknowledged as to why she gave Beyonce specific praise.
Yeah, she went on stage saying like, oh, I would just love to thank Beyonce. What's the word? Just like she's been giving the country community so much love by making that album.
So much recognition. And hey, it's no problem. It's just, this is your moment. This is your time to shine.
Right. And I don't know if I would necessarily consider Beyonce as a country artist after one little album.
Yeah, you gotta put in a little work, the work that other people have worked their whole lives to do.
Exactly.
It can't just be your own side project. Let's get it now. But there's been other celebrities that have done the exact same thing Kelsey has done.
I want to talk about Adele.
Oh, because we all remember when Adele went, was it the Grammys? It was an award show.
Something in 2017.
And Adele went up there because Adele won an award over Beyonce's album. And instead of thanking the Academy, thanking her parents, thanking God, she decided to split her reward and idolize Beyonce when she was up there. And not gonna lie, when she was up there, she sounded a little nervous.
Yeah, and I think she even broke into tears because she was so scared. I don't know if it was excitement or fear, but it was a little weird if you ask me.
People can tell tears of joy and tears of fear.
No, she was frantically crying.
And I think that was the most highlighted one, but recently we've started to pick up on some more information. Let's say, who else did it? Wasn't it that girl, JoJo Siwa?
You mean that one chick off of Dance Moms or whatever the word
You mean
was?
that one chick that went viral on TikTok?
I think so.
Now, she said something on the media that went like, oh, I would like to thank Beyonce for the dance community's safety.
Just trying to keep the dance community safe, she says.
And I mean, like, she didn't need to make that comment, but that's another reason why Beyonce wasn't even there from what I heard.
I don't know.
So
I think she knew what she was doing. She was just trying to have her little viral moment, and I don't know.
And the last artist that we can think about is Lizzo. Believe previously she even got accepted for an award, and instead of thanking family, God, Academy, her peers, her manager,
her writers,
the songwriters. Not you saying she got a ghostwriter.
Stop. Did I say that?
Why'd you call her
Did
out
I
like
say that? Who you talking to?
Why you call her out like that?
I know you ain't talking to me.
Anyways, she decided to thank Beyonce, which, like I said, it's common for people to thank people, but out of all people to thank, Beyonce?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of suspicious.
1, maybe. 2, 4? Okay, we're noticing a pattern here, y'all.
And society ain't no lie. People have also noticed patterns in other forms of media. There have been other artists that have sung about this, and one artist that we all know and love.
We all know this song, y'all.
Mr. Jermaine Coles with
Not the government name.
Excuse me, what am I supposed to call him?
J. Cole. J. Cole.
Jermaine.
We are not on a first name basis, Rosie.
Mr. Cole.
Okay, anyway.
Mr. Cole, you made a song called She Knows, You Know, I Know.
And now we know.
So let's get into these lyrics because they're a little suspicious. So in the chorus, she goes, she knows, and I know she knows. But we're for years we have been speculating about what he has been talking about this entire time, because we're just like, she knows what.
And it's finally making sense, y'all.
We're starting to put the pieces together because in lines after that, he says, one thing about a star is they burn up. Rest in peace to Aaliyah, and rest in peace to Left Eye. Michael Jackson will see you just as soon as I die. Now, those names, they might sound familiar to you.
They better sound familiar.
You better get checked. You better come correct. But these are artists that passed away really soon. But these are also artists that were competing for the position that Beyonce is currently in.
Now, I want to talk about Aaliyah, because it seemed like right when she was starting to pop off, right when she was really starting to get into her groove, her music, she was, well, y'all know what happened.
And what's strange about this is because the way that she passed, it wasn't supposed to happen. It's a malfunction. People have been speculating the death of Aaliyah for years, saying that it shouldn't have happened. It was an out of nowhere thing.
I'm gonna put it out there. I don't think it was an accident.
And the thing is that how are you going to fly the safest mode of transportation and there's a malfunction on your private
with
plane?
one of the biggest celebrities in our country at the time.
And then we also have to think about Left Eye Michael Jackson. So a few things is that the people that we've mentioned earlier, they had heavy connections and tunnelways into these people's homes, and therefore they had access to do something bad. But well, please keep in mind about what you guys have opinions on. But I would like to thank you all for tuning in to a segment that we like to call
That's Hot.
You guys have a good night, Jayhawks.
Bye.
Bye.